You're looking at the top half of a Collins TDO. And I'll go into a spiel. In the back of, a relatively low power plate iron. Oh, big honking plate transformers. I love them, but my days with humping them out of people's basements are done. Unfortunately. I'm taking a look here at all kinds of wonderful
look at
radio
this wonderful stuff.
These are interesting transformers. It's actually rated
Collins?
No, they're 3 kilovolt and about a half an amp, but they're strictly open frame, as you can see. That, you know, they're not even that old. They probably date from the late 50s.
That's a monster UTC right there.
Oh, you think that's big?
Yeah, that's gigantic. That's a doorstop.
This right here, it's a 40. Yeah, it's a 5 volt, 43 amp filament transformer.
5 volt.
43 amp. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I used to have one rated at 200 amps, and that was designed for the 16 BT-127As that were part of a ring for the first radar. Anybody who's involved in this stuff, whether you like it or not, you have to run across military applications, okay? Because a lot of this stuff came from military applications. This didn't. What you're taking a look at is a 1941 Western Electric, a model 451A-1 broadcast transmitter. And take a better look inside. This is, I think it's a...
Wow.
It's a masterpiece of engineering. Look at the racks and pinions. The tune, look, when you go to tune different circuits, okay, it moved by a series of servo motors and racks and pinions that tuned everything.
Wow. It's even got a separate isolator.
Yeah, now what this is down at the bottom, these are special 866A half-wave vacuum rectifiers that were made by GE. And why? I'm not quite sure, okay, why they're made like this, okay? It's very different from a standard one, which you can see right here.
That's like a Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also the same thing. It's a half-wave mercury vapor rectifier, but here you have the a getter flashing on the inside of the bulb, where you don't with these. Now, this was modified. Originally, it only came with 2, which would make it a full wave, but somebody turned it into a bridge circuit, so it's a full wave bridge circuit right now with the 2 full wave rectifiers. You know, I'm going to say they probably did that to boost the plate voltage.
Amazing.
It's supposed to run it to, well, okay, the Western Electric 242Cs, which we're taking a look at right now, okay, they have a mu of a 12.5 versus a standard 211, and it has a mu of only 12. Essentially, they're 211s with the Western Electric logo on them. 211s will work in this thing, okay? But the 242Cs, like the 211s, are both a zero bias if they're operated no more than 1250 volts. Anything above that, you have to put a little bit of bias on them.
How much of a bias?
Well, it all depends on your plate voltage. Like, for instance, if you would have run this at 1500 volts, you get a lot more sock out of it, and you only have to put, I would put 15 volts of bias on it. And you know what the easiest way to do that, Matt? is with batteries. People don't do that anymore. There's nothing wrong with using batteries for bias. It's a cheap and dirty method of getting what you need. You don't have to worry about a transformer. Because it's got very little current draw, it's going to last forever. So if you have a maintenance program where, let's just say you change out a pair of 9-volt, I used to call transistor radio batteries once a year. You don't have to worry about the expense or anything with a bias transformer.
Now, how'd you acquire this?
This, okay, was actually at a Bible feeder station down in Mexico. And with the help of some friends, we acquired it from them. They also had a few other things, but when I saw this across, I was... and...